Thermal targeting technology analyzes thermostat activity and continually evaluates how much heat the building requires. When it's very cold outside, the heat demand is high, and the hydrostat will raise the boiler's target temperature to provide needed heat to the home. When the outside temperature is milder, the heat demand is lower. During these periods, the FuelSmart hydrostat will lower the boiler's target temperature, saving fuel while continuing to provide comfort to the house. Thermal targeting will always try to satisfy the heat demand with low water temperatures. The lowest target temperature calculated by the hydrostat is 145 degrees. The highest temperature is the high limit set point, which you determine. When speaking about thermal targeting, I like to make the analogy to cruise control on a car. You set the speed limit, and the cruise control determines how much engine power is needed to maintain that speed. When the demand is great, such as a steep incline, extra engine power will be needed, so the cruise control will apply more throttle. Thermal targeting is similar technology whereby the hydrostat will try to satisfy the heat demand at the lower water temperature. If the demand cannot be satisfied within a specified time, the thermal targeting boost feature will raise the water temperature. Thermal boost is automatically applied at set intervals determined by the economy setting. A low setting will apply thermal boost at quick intervals, while a high setting will delay the boost interval, thus providing greater fuel savings. As an example, if the economy setting was at 1, the heating system may delay increase in the temperature by 15 minutes. If the economy setting were more aggressive, such as the number 3, the thermal boost delay would then be 25 minutes. Thermal boost is always applied in 10-degree increments, and the maximum target temperature is never greater than the high limit set point. It's important to note that the hydrostat does not always begin every call for heat at its lowest target temperature. It remembers the ending temperature of the last heat cycle. An auto-reduce function will then subtract 5 degrees from that temperature, and that becomes the new starting temperature for the current cycle. The purpose of the auto-reduce is to always attempt to heat with the lowest water temperature possible, and if needed, apply a temperature boost. The auto-reduce will also drop an additional 5 degrees for every 30 minutes of thermostat inactivity. An extended no call for heat is an indication that the heating system demand is low. To look back at our cruise control analogy, the hydrostat is constantly monitoring the thermostat activity to determine the heating demand and regularly changing the target temperature to meet that demand.